Hello, everybody. Welcome back to week 2 of the new patch. So, I think I've touched on this before, but when a new patch drops, at least the bigger ones for sure, what seems to happen is the first week is everyone. Hello, Malero, you're right on time. I just started. What seems to happen with a new patch is the first week is people are just trying all the new stuff, and they're not really having much consideration for the meta. It's just like, wow, this was changed. Let's see how it works. And then the second week is more like, okay, we've tried all the fun stuff. What did we learn was viable, and what could translate into the meta? And then at the end of the second week is usually when a meta is looking to be established. And then it takes a couple weeks after that for an anti-meta. But, alright. So, I just started in the house because the Pookiarium. I might start my streams here now whenever I remember. I had to pick up an Umbra radar for Pookie though, because we do not have Umbra Pookie yet. I just decided I would spend the rest of last week in Side Park trying to get Spreeol since I don't have that yet. But this week is Pookie Umbra week. I have enough Luma drops to buy at least 2 radars for it. Hopefully we can just get it in one. I was also thinking like Hidati would be a cool Umbra to get, but at the same time, its price is bugged as well as a few others where it's far higher than it should be. So I'm not particularly interested in spending a much higher amount of Luma drops. So I might just save that one. It's not that like Hidati is super cool, but I think Umbra Taifu with Leech animation just fits so well. It's pretty cool. Plus Umbras come with all their egg moves and stuff. And Taifu has a ton of expensive egg moves, so it would be kind of a good fit. Alright. Pookie, Pookie, Pookie. So today, the title kind of shows I'm just kind of... I was looking through the patch notes. There's a couple things that got changed I haven't worked with yet are Capire and Arachnite. And I'm like, huh, you know? My Avenger team runs both of them. I like how I pick Capire and then like the competitive Tems just whoo down the drain. There's just not many left. But you hope if there's a guy who's letting you into heaven for the tental tech. I'm Christian, so I hope I'm getting to heaven, but I don't think it's from the tental tech. Wasn't the Arachnite buff only a bit of its stats? Yeah, so was Capire's, but like they got changed. We might as well. It's nice to be able to play the Tems that got changed. So if I say that they're bad, there's at least some weight to my words, you know. Arachnite. Let's throw tental on here now. Yeah, tental. Shoot! I have to go back to Tamer's Paradise before I start the radar. My Arachnite is its special attack is not maxed, so I want to turn it on Luma in Showdown. So I'll have to perfect that. I have the feathers to do it. I just gotta pick them up. And then another Tem I usually run on the team is Osakai. I haven't really run Osakai much since it got Inner Spirit, so it's cool, a good opportunity to give it a try. Digi weakness immediately looks kind of bad. Stream, sorry for the joke. No problems, no problem. I spend a lot of time on the internet. I've seen much worse stuff than that. You don't have to worry. uh, Ragnet might not be bad. So essentially, what this team wants to do is it wants to create a whole bunch of threats that have to be dealt with, and so that they have to choose to either deal with the big threats or to deal with Tental. Because normally on an Avenger team, you want to kill Tental first, so that it doesn't get Avenger procs from you attacking its ally. Why is Zenrith not on the team yet? uh, Wherever it's at. It's for fun section again. Silly. Okay. So, like, I could use a water type. There's not a whole lot of water types that demand immediate attention. Stuff like Piranhient potentially can. So I might just go Piranhient. I guess Oshiara. Sack to crash your opponent's game and aggro buffs. I'll probably. I don't like sack on tental teams personally because unless something's in range to die that turn, tental actually takes hits from both the opponents, and that's not really what you want because even with the +3 defenses, it's still going to take a whole bunch of damage. So I guess Oshiara would be kind of like the obvious choice, but we're going to go Piranha. It really is just going to be like pretty much the old version I had, but it's just we're testing it out with the buffs. Like I'm pretty sure I've got. Hold on, I think I might even have it. Yeah, here's the original team. Ah, that's funny. So the last two slots are probably what's going to change. So I was debating on maybe going like neutral Koish to try out Goring. So I have another neutral for Kapire, like Synergy Master and stuff. I don't have any other synergies. Like I like Ice Cubes is wind synergy. I don't have. I guess I could go like a water cutting, like a offensive Cernif with settling. That might be fun. Yeah, let's try it. That is not Koish. That is the one next to Koish. Come on, mouse. All right, neutral Koish. Yeah, it's kind of weird that a neutral Koish got Goring, but like, cool. Sure. Could put some speed on it. So we can get some more value out of Hypnosis. It's so hard to justify Water Jet. Because it's like I'd have to drop the utility from the Hypnosis or the priority of Ice Cubes. Neither one is optimal. Plus, like, I wouldn't even be able to have a Water move until turn 3 if I run Water Jet. So that's kind of the negative here. So I'm just going to go with this set for now. And where's Cernif at? For fun section? Alright. I get reminded that I didn't get a Luma Cernif last week. I don't really... So I used to run Front Whip on my offensive Cernifs just to deal with Naga, but Decidora is now changed. I guess I could still run it. But I'm going to go Double Kick instead. Double Kick gives me something to hit like fires and just other nature resists in general. Throw Shween's Horn Orphle in there, it's OP at dying. You ain't wrong. The biggest thing for Tentals you think is mental water like Naga and then it doesn't die to your electric moves. I run into that a lot. People PM me after matches and like, wow, that was so... I was not expecting. I forgot completely that it is not a water type. So I normally don't run speed on this Arachnite. I normally just kind of make it bulky like a bruiser, almost like Momo is. So I don't particularly want to run Cozy Net. This moveset gives me perfect coverage, and knockback hits really hard. So I think we're just going to try that. It's kind of what I've just been used to running. Like, so Arachnite's slow, it'll get hit first, Adaptive will proc, and then it hits back really hard. So that's kind of the idea. Tental doesn't have a whole lot of flexibility here. You can run high pressure water now that it's a cool move with priority. Before you really you couldn't justify it because even super effective, 75 is the same as Beta Burst with Stab, which is 150. I'll run Psywave. Psywave's a decent move to partner with, or to like predict swaps on, or partner with Arachnite. Osakai, Dust Vortex, Inner Spirits. Last move's always kind of flex. Jinx Whisper's nice for utility. Rockfall's good for like Intimidator, Tyrannax and stuff. But we're going to give Petrify a try just because I haven't given the move enough attempts yet. I feel like I should try it more often. I haven't really given New Karen much of a try either. try to my stamina stall team, but I'm just a little afraid to run that right now because of all of the Gallios Waspine teams. Oh shoot, did they buff Xenor's stamina? That sucks. Okay. Madness buff. For anyone wondering why I just did that, it's for Wrecked Farewell. You can actually, with Adrenaline Shot, use Crystal Spikes, Crystal Spikes knock back Crystal Spikes and OX yourself. Or even Deluge on the... and you can get the Sleep from Deluge next to Tental with Synergy. Give it Avenger, and also proc Wrecked Farewell on both allies, because if Xenorth knocks itself out, both allies get it. That was a nice little thing that I missed when they reworked the trait. How many of these can I... Is my Kapire Scuff too? No, my Osakai is good. Koi should be... Excuse me? I definitely have Koish perfect. It didn't get an egg move or anything. We're gonna have to go and like change some TVs. It's like add a TV and remove a TV. I thought that they would have fixed that by now, but I guess not. Normally I'd run H-Slap, but I don't have any physical crystals to pair with, so... Water Jet saves stamina. Ultrasound is fun, though. I have enough physical Tems to justify beef up, and I don't need a rush now that I have cold guy or ice cubes. So we'll try Ultrasound. It's a fun move. Did that. Did that. I usually just go Fire Chip on Kapire just because it's pure fire. It's always going to be clicking fire moves unless it really doesn't want to. Res Badge on the Spider because it's always a neutral type. It's its Digi type that changes with Adaptive. So for the most part, you're going to want to be clicking Digi moves. It's just electric. Sometimes they'll get hit with an electric move, so you get stab on Thunderstrike. Tental, I like Sweatband. Just allows you to save some TVs because when you're using a Tem that's not fully evolved, you take all the TVs you can get. Reactive Vial is just good because Osakai's defensive type chart's trash. Adrenaline Shot, First Aid Kit. That's Gravel Bag. I'm having lots of mouse slips today. If I was playing chess, this would be really rough. Quaish is basically a support, so we're going Wardroom. Good at Synergy Adept. And Fake Beard on the Cernif is good. It's because Water Cutting is such an expensive move. And team building Orphill plus Nimblers. That's funny. I was actually debating on putting Nimble on Obi on a different team. Alright, so you really see those speed TVs, or the speed BST in action. 73 stamina for a 3-turn rotation. I built so many Kapires now, it's just... pretty much always go this same build, but every time they give it more bulk, so it's just even more effective. Like you could speed creep the 232. Like I know I said 248 is the new breakpoint to hit. That kind of gets expensive, TV-wise. I think it's going to be worth it, though. Last thing I want to do is run into one of those Waspine teams and not have an answer. Really wish Kapira got a neutral subtype. You know what? Just change Resilient to make it something where it's effectively a neutral. Like, give it stab on neutral type moves, but don't actually give it the typing of it. I don't want to have to deal with Mimic Kapire, and I think that's just changing it a bit too much. Just not a personal fan of that idea. Neutral affinity? Sure thing. That sounds good to me. It's like a mountain goat trait. Jumping moves deal 50% more damage, so base jump. This stamina rotation sucks. So I want 76 plus stamina, and that's just a lot of TVs. Um, when I used to do this, I would run 160 like 5 stamina, so I would speed creep base speed Turok a little bit. I think that's okay because 165 with crystal spikes also outspeeds the 248 breakpoint, so that's what we're gonna go with. Resilient Tataru. I used to run Resilient Tataru on this team because I didn't have any sleep for soft touch, and Tataru was one of my favorite neutrals to run. So yeah, I like putting max special attack because that way, if people are like, "Oh, I'm not going to attack the Arachnite to proc adaptive," then they're like, "Okay, well, you're taking a max special attack hit every other turn or every turn." Um, yeah, yeah. We'll just go up to 61 stamina because we have sweatband. I so this speed breakpoint it's kind of low, but after one Avenger boost, I'm able to outspeed goalsies. So it's pretty nice to have an option for that. Oh, Reaver, hello. Welcome. Suggested giving it rested and a big fire signature move that debuffs after using it. I saw that. I Yeah, I'm not sure if they're even looking at the balance wishlist thread anymore. I feel like they're not. What does Osakai's speed even want to hit? Isn't I can't think of a great breakpoint for it. That's not full speed. I don't want to hit 248 on this. It's supposed to be really bulky, but I don't think base speed's going to be the play either. Um, we'll go up to 182. It's really not a lot of speed. It will outspeed stuff like bulky two vines, bulky Volerans, I guess. But the main thing is we just want health here, and a 3-turn rotation's expensive too. It's actually not that bad. Air Spirit's a super expensive move, so I thought it was going to be worse. It was bad when 4 special defense doesn't even increase. Oh. Special attack can be relevant on Osakai because Intimidator can turn it off. Even though it has one of the worst special attack stats in the game, it's still worth considering. We'll hit 165 here too. There we go. It's a lot of pretty simple spreads here. I'm not thinking too much. Like defensive TVs don't particularly matter, just because my team even gets advantages when they die. So Y1 SV on HP and stamina on Zeno because after using crystals, any rotation of crystal spikes, knockback, deluge, as long as you get knockback in there, it'll actually self OX and apply wrecked farewell to both opponents. And so it's really good in combo with Avenger. It's just kind of hard to pull off. But it's more or less for the meme. But in the past, I've had pretty good success with it, so that's why. Yikes. Okay. So expensive. Just get away with 61 stamina. We're gonna have like no attack in this Koish. Maybe that's wrong. I was complaining yesterday how having no attack felt so bad. Maybe I'll just go like down to 300 or something. It's better, not great. And Cernif. Let's go up to 61 stamina. Let's go up to 200 speed. And then neither attack or HP particularly matter. which one gets filled or not, I don't think. Alright. Actually, no, I was gonna hop over to Tamer's Paradise quick and then get the hot fixes so we can have more Lumas on the team in Showdown. Everyone likes Lumas, right? Except everyone that likes Umbras now. I've been checking the auction house every day now just to watch the price of perfect Lumas. And you'll just see sometimes people will list a whole bunch of them on there. Millie, hello, welcome. There's an easy Tamer's Pass mission for anyone, or the Battle Pass mission for buying a token, by the way, for anyone interested in that. Alright. Let's see. Quaish. Oh, wait, it's just not TV trained. So I have some random fruits I can give it. I guess I trained the thing up and then didn't feed it correctly. Its level doesn't actually matter. I need like some enhancer of the random 50s. I'll queue up when I do that next. Capire. Right here. Weird. Does he want a candy or something? No. I guess that's so weird how that doesn't work. Oh no, I don't have egg moves on this stupid thing. Ah. Fine. Whatever. Well, I guess it's just gonna be the Arachnite. So it's painful. That is painful. 32 attack. Or no, 22. 22. But still, that's still really rough. Well, I'm gonna have to get it done at some point if I want to use the thing, so. I still have feathers I can save up for whatever radar I want to do. There we go. Arachnite's like my favorite Luma, so definitely a good investment. 2,000 feathers, like 3 ranked wins. Now when I'm in gold. Alright. Brickle. And then we will queue up. I used Koish yesterday, and I didn't even consider that I could have had a Luma for it. Or I have a perfect Luma. It just escaped me. I don't know. Yeah, fine. We'll go grab the fruits. I'm never going to use Water Koish itself, like on a pro team, so I don't care what TVs it gets, it just needs some. Someone's trying to sell Luma Banapi. That thing's got Furt and it's male. Could be a good buy. Even if it doesn't, could be good Luma drops. Depends on what you buy it for. Anyone feels like ripping off a newer player? I don't like doing that, but sometimes you gotta teach people the economy the hard way. Which is the plus 50 random avocado. There we go. No, just for, okay. Well, I can't complain about finding a match though. I just can complain about forgetting that I'm gonna want to add those TVs back after Neshama! Hello, bossy. Hello, Nish. Good luck, have fun to you as well. Looks like a pretty bulky team. If I ban Acronox, Capire's really strong. Like, there's a Goulder there, but also it's a Goulder. Like, Acronox is just a better version of Goulder, basically, now with Sting being a special attack. It's like, oh, would you like your Tink as normal prio or high prio? Would you like it to trap or not trap? Would you like coverage with your... A Faraday cage on the Arachnite would kind of be rough because I would lose my synergy on the Quetzal. But we'll see if I forget that on the second turn of the game. This also lets me threaten out the Lawaddle with the Thunder Strike on Arachnite too. Runner's an interesting pickup here. If it's Protector, it's a nice receiver of the Protector boost. I mean, I was really afraid of that Mulgu though. Like, I'm just gonna ban it out now because I don't want to deal with it. Waddle doesn't even always bring an attack move. Like, I have seen multiple Waddles without an attack move, so that's why I'm just less threatened by it. Plus, I've got Piranha. I had either Piranha or Zenith in the back for it. I only had Piranha to do with Mulgu. And I'm not sure how many great boards I'm going to have for Piranha because there's, you know, a Nature Toxic lead, a Toxic, and Nature in the back. We'll try it. Kapire, yeah, I mean, Kapire was always going to be picked up this game if it wasn't banned. It's a very, like, there's only one Earth and no Waters on this team, so might get a good performance out of it. Might be the only one it gets today. Cernif looks very, very bad this game. Only thing it can really hit is Lowaddle. Not that my Osakai looks particularly amazing, but it can deal with Garunder and like Goulder. Even a Dust Vortex hits Lowaddle. One more buff on him and we'll be good. I know it just needs like 3 more defense and 5 more special defense. Trust me. Like, there's nothing that eats this heat up or this whatever the Quetzal. Like I could see spikes, but sea spikes does like 200 damage. When I'd rather be slower, potentially get hit by something and hit back harder with an adaptive unseen blow. Beta burst. I'd say 0 attack Kinu. And that is a high bulk invest Garunder as well. I know Garunder has really good special defense. Oh no, it's just got Protector. It's probably just max HP like typical. Maybe some defense invest. Nope, it's still pretty bulky. Goulder, not surprised. Ooh, okay, the Garunder swap's interesting. Alone. Huh. Mom's lunch. Okay, that hurts. That hurts pretty bad, actually. Rip my stamina. This entire team have like 700 plus defense TVs? Sure feels like it. Bring an Osakai, get holds off. If it eats a Toxic Ink, that's unfortunate, but it will. Rockalum can't do anything over, like, more than a Plague, and I think I even outspeed a Plague. Yeah. Kapire attack buff, let's go! Okay, so I can't just swap in Tental to get like a sack off quite yet. I can bring it in though. I was gonna say I could hook the Lowaddle, but I kind of just want. If I have Lowaddle Osakai board, that means I'm gonna be eating a Faraday cage next turn. Unless it's got 0 speed. I just don't know if it's got speed or not. Ah. Running it. I can hook because I've got reactive vial. So I can take like two or three hits on Osakai. A lot of marbles, no. Okay, yeah, that's. I know it's resisted, and I know it's hook, but that still hurts. Oh, Voodoo Faraday Cage synergy. That's interesting. You don't see that often. And the Perenniant swap prediction. Russian Diabolo. I'm kind of glad I didn't attack that now. I'm predicting Kinu to come in the Lowaddle slot, just because it resists everything these two wants to do. That's why I'm Nox bombing here. And then I'm going to Petrify. Potentially Lowaddle could sack. If that's the case, I just restart my game because of the sack bug. But Doom Counter actually isn't that bad against for my Tental team because I can... Because I can know exactly when my Tems are going to die and swap in Tental on that turn. He actually stayed in though, I'm pretty surprised. Oh, this is looking less good for me than I thought. I really thought the Lowaddle would swap there. I didn't think about pushing off the reactive vial. I didn't want to interspirit the Ghoulder there because it very easily could have been. Could have been Punch Bag and it would have resisted. But the Emanip was really lucky for me because I don't die and I get the Dust Vortex off, and now Tental gets the boost from the poison. Crazy good value. There we go. Hypno the Ghoulder. No, we're gonna burst and ice cubes the Lowaddle to hopefully kill it before it gets a move off. Nah. No, not quite fast enough. It dies to Penance now, which is nice because it's not... Okay. I'm just restarting my game quick. I'm not going to risk it. So the Waddle died there to Penance. And for anyone who doesn't know, there's a bug right now where any move where you can die from recoil, stuff like knockback, sacrifice, penance, can bug out your game. So I'm just gonna restart now. Really don't need to see how much damage the ice cubes did to the Grunder because it's gonna be like 0. Hopefully he knows about the bug and restarts as well. There's a bug right. That's why I explained what the bug was. Because I acknowledge how little it narrows it down. You have to restart your game. You have to restart your game. Whenever you die to recoil damage, it's a bug. Like, so sacrifice, penance, knockback. You're basically soft locked. So yeah, you got to restart. Congenial Vental, hello, welcome. Avenger, yes. Avenger's a very fun trait to build a team around. I've made so many in the past. So many. I think every single patch I make at least one. And way back when I used to make like 4 or 5. Game is not. Oh. What happened? What happened? Thank you for pointing that out. I don't know how I missed that. Kinu got sent in, and I clicked Psywave on the Garunder to lower its special defense, and I clicked Nox Bomb on the Kinu. Oh. Weird. Okay, sorry about that. We are back. Thank you for bringing that up. Been clicking move on Kinu. Rip. Yeah, it's a pretty annoying bug. Tental mega died. Mega died. That was just saying how much like overkill I took essentially. Garunder goes down. GG. Ooh, side bamboozle. Nope. All the fun emotes. I've got the... I really don't buy a whole lot of emotes from the shop. I did get one of my feather slots that's like an angry emote. It was kind of funny. I hadn't seen it before. Plus I feel like I can definitely see some times when you could use it. It's just like... little goofy. I know exactly how much HP I need to invest to live the next one. Yeah, I think I'll be living +4 defibs really often from Garunders. I guess I don't even know if it was a defib or a piezo. Let's feed this Quish, like I meant to earlier. Beautiful. It's the watch emote. It's right there. Are you facing someone? Because you queued up. With the same team as me. Like, this team or another team that I run, because I run a lot of teams and I do share my codes. This one I didn't post a code for yet, though. Watch emote is P. Did I hash Anatier or buy it? I bought it. I yeah, sold my Discord hat, and I knew that the biggest investment for me to get any sort of cosmetic thing for PvP was going to be Luma Annie here. So that's what I bought. How much I buy it for? I got a really great deal. It only cost 8 million. Anyone tried Ventilus patch? I did try Ventilus patch. It's still in a rough spot. Not having priority outside of Ninja is kind of bad. It's kind of nice with Arcane Wrap. I don't know if Spiritual is any more viable though. It still dies pretty easily. So I'm like an American trying to buy a house. Oh, I was watching the market for a while, and the lowest I ever saw was 10 million before I bought mine. And that was one on the auction house that had like a bid of 10 million and a buyout of 15. So I was expecting to at least have to spend 10. So getting it for 8 was awesome. Alright. Finally get to start the Pookie radar. Maybe now that I switched back to the Pookie mount, I can actually get an Umbra Pookie. Yeah, I think I have the run turned off, so I'm gonna turn that back on before I accidentally break my radar. That would be big sad. Oh, this radar only cost me like 1.5 lumas. Actually, the Poke radars are super cheap, but doesn't mean I want to break them. Nowadays, with the Luma floor being like at 180 plus K, everything matters. If you buy a gun, you can get free medicine. Lord, that's awful. Alright. Looks like there's some slowdown shenanigans that I don't particularly want to deal with. So I'm gonna ban the token. I don't have. With Arachnite being my only electric and Piranha being my only water, I really didn't want to let Tolkien through. I love Luma Spooter, that's why I had to make sure to get it. Be able to use it on the team today, because it's not often I get to throw it on a team. 0 Noxes and no Noxolotls, checks out. Opponent playing with all 3 starters, I didn't even notice that, that's funny. That's cool, actually. No, wait, he's got one of the mythical. He's got to play with all 3 starters and all 3 mythicals. He must be very confused at my team. He's taking a while to ban. Man, the Koish gets banned twice in a row. I didn't think it was that threatening. Like, Neutral Koish used to be really solid with old Iridescence, but now, like, mine is Synergy Master. Maybe people don't even know that, but it's kind of interesting. I kind of wanted to scare off the Pocus, but at the same time, I
Ugh, this is kind of rough. I also don't know if that's a water custodian, I guess, or not. I would assume it's not. Alright, we're gonna go tental. Tental. Like, it's the whole team's about. Can't feel bad about picking it. It's a good point. Maybe he can't actually tell what type the Quaish is. Neutral's always a bit tough. So it's always got like the. In my opinion, neutral Quaish is the ugliest. So hard to hear. Neutral Quaish is ugly. uh, I guess I should have brought my drill Zenith. Oops. Won't just ban Quaish because they have no idea what type it was. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like neutral Quaish doesn't have any defining features other than it's uglier than the rest of them. Fire ban, that's a good play by him. However, I just ban that and now I care less. Didn't build for one specific trait. I I faced a drill Inky the other day when I happened to use a move with evasion. It felt so bad because drill's supposed to reveal itself now, but apparently under a lot of circumstances it just doesn't. Like all the items that are supposed to reveal themselves, they'll reveal on lead, but then they're supposed to at the start, first turn every Tem's first turn a Tem is on the board and it doesn't, but sometimes it does. Suppose I don't know. I haven't tested it enough. I threw in just a very vague bug report so they're at least aware of it, but I'd like to fill it up with more detail at some point. It just takes time, and it's not particularly interesting. Osakai sucks here. It just kind of sucks. I guess it would have been nice to have something against Tortonite, because now my whole team's weak to it, and I didn't acknowledge that, but that's okay. It'll run out of stamina, right? Efficient doesn't exist. I didn't want to pick Osakai into double mental and then multiple physical and only be able to click earth moves. Marbles hurts. I should be able to live any one hit on Tental, but I don't like taking multiple. At least blue side didn't get to see all the orange gears this... That's true, that's true. At least the game runs. We take what we can get here. Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting that to fully kill, but I guess it's a max special attack shell. I get the Avenger boost, so cool. I was hoping to survive with just a sliver and then hit this Tortonite with the Crystal Deluge. That would have been perfect. So he doesn't want to bring in size much, so he brings in either Pocus or Gallios. I think I bring in Cernif and then swap Tental for Piranha. I pretty much just have to ignore the Tortonite the entire game. Yeah. And then hopefully, and then force a 1v1 versus Tortonite and Arachnite late game. It was just a bad pick ban on my part. Kind of deserve this. Crystal Deluge. Wonder if it's going to be a max speed Gallios. I also don't know how much speed's in the Tortonite either. Gallios looks like a refined Tortonite. It's an interesting thought. Guess I should have energy drinks somewhere on the team, just so I don't have to insta-lose to this. Gallios just skipping leg day. On the off chance I get to click a move, I'll click like Pedal Dagger. Just some cheap chip. Nice. Beautiful. Oh, he didn't want to. So he wanted the transient, but he didn't want to wake up either of his Tems. I was like, hold on. That's what it was. Okay. The sad thing though is that Cerny doesn't have synergy Wuckle because of the isolated. Focus also doesn't have. That's kind of rough. Focus doesn't have slowdown synergy anymore, so. Don't have to worry about sleeps too much. Fortnite doesn't want to attack here because it'll OX. What happened to slowdown? It's just he doesn't have any mental synergies for it, so he can't get the synergy sleep. So it doesn't. I don't have to be afraid of it. His only other mental died. That's really the only thing this Pocus wants to do turn one. Sure, it can click Beta Burst, but that's not really scary. Focus outsped my ice cubes, so that's why I'm using ultrasound now to try and get a little bit of more speed. Also, it's just a 57%, so I have to click water cutting to finish it off after the rejuve proc. Okay, right. And that is a really, really fast Tortonite. And poke. Okay, wow. Because my Piranha is 165 speed, and it has ultra, or it's very high prio. So that's just max speed. I just kind of lose. I just did not. Yeah, I didn't have adequate sleep counters, so I lose. I also didn't bring my Tortonite counter, so that was rough. I should have just brought Kapire on the lead. I think it was banned second. I just wanted my Zenareth to threaten the mentals, and then I didn't even keep it around for it. I sacked it on lead. I figured if my tental got the +2, I could still manage, but I just can't. We're not going to stop the 500ers. That's true. That's a good point. I'm just going to rest, because I don't really have any other better options. He has to take out Tental here. Unless his size munch is also max speed and it can kill me with a martial strike. But Tental should get a KO on... It'll get a KO on Pocus here, and if size munch swaps in, it'll get a KO there as well. $500 spreads are the best. That's what I got on my Zenith right now. Interesting. He does bring the size munch in here. No synergy. I forgot about that, and that probably makes it so I don't kill. Otherwise, I bet I would have. Big sad. We're going bush. He does have Martial Strike, and it is a 500 speed size munch. Why is his entire team 500 speed? That loses to so many different things, but it wins against me. Oh man, that's really unfortunate. I bet this Torton Knight's 500 speed too. Like, and not only is it 500 speed, it also is running Martial Strike, which is the one move I needed not to have it. Angry emote for the win. Nah. Oh man, you know, it was funny. The thing that really screwed me was the isolate on the deluge. Like there were like 3 or 4 times where I really wanted to click it and I just couldn't. And he's turning me into a crystal type to destroy me with whatever move he wants now. Martial Strike's pretty much an auto slot now. Like what changed though? Like it seems weird. You just run it instead of uppercut. It feels like it's. I know it has prio, but it's a 50 base power move. You're even after a heat up, you're not knocking out a Volphy with it. Even after a heat up, is this just kind of the? That's what I don't quite understand. Because I feel like after heat up, you clean so many Tems from low. Oh, GG's. I guess it's just weird that people are running it over uppercut to me. It feels like 30 less base power is quite a bit. But it always works against me, so I guess I just don't have enough size munch experience. I'm surprised people even dare run size munch in a meta where Oshiara and Amphitheater are so common. And it's not like Digis are seen any less. I would have ran there had I had the button. Maybe I should put a bit more speed into my tental so I can outspeed max speed Hedgen and Saipat after an Avenger boost. That would probably be smart. It's just like 204. There we go. That way that won't happen again. I think I had that. Yeah, that's what I get for not playing Tental in so long. Must relearn the way of the Avenger. Arachnite Bulk really didn't do much there either. Like, I mean, it's a pretty strong move from two Tems. Like, the problem with Arachnite is that if it can't live like a strong turn one and a super effective, then it's not really that great of a tank. I guess I didn't put max HP in it, so that's probably why. And I have speed. Maybe I should just take out the speed, because everything's running faster now. We're in a really fast meta compared to previous ones. Partially because Galio Waspin's gatekeeping the slow teams. Also, it's super unfortunate that it was both Jinx Whisper and Deluge, because those are the two sleep moves. I guess outside of like opposing Cozy Net, that Adaptive Arachnite isn't immune to, because otherwise sleep moves are mental, and you can swap Arachnite into like a Hypnosis, Adaptive procs, and it gets the sleep immunity at the same time it gets the type change. The type change gives it the sleep immunity, so if that Pocus had clicked slow down, I would have been able to avoid the sleep. Waspin gatekeeping because of the bug? No. There's a new combo with Waspin and Galios where both of them run max speed, and they basically just sleep and freeze control your opponent's entire team while Galios trait procs over and over. So bulky offense teams are pretty much forced to ban at least one of the two. And even then, it's a rough matchup. I haven't fought against it too much myself. But even like a lone Galios, like in the last match, put me to sleep, and with a Deluge, still almost caused some chaos. But luckily, I had energy reserves to push off the sleep. It just was not enough. I got outsped, and I did not have counters to Tortonite. That's one of the problems with the team, because I've got like 4 monotypes on it. I have Kapire, Piranha, Cernif, and Tental. And Zenrith. I have 5, so I really just don't have any type coverage with the team. So it's like, I should probably add some more, but it kind of sucks that some of the best partners on the team are monotypes.
It was a question of do you give up team synergy for better type advantage and such? Galabella. Looks like a pretty standard team. I wonder if he's changed it at all in the last 3 patches. 'Cause I don't think he has. Why does Temtem allow you to slide? Delude. So you must be clicking on one of the pre-made sets. It's just kind of a bug. They didn't update those. If you went into a game, it just wouldn't be there. So I cannot advise putting that on the team because it won't work. I kind of want to pick Zenith, but there's 2 Earths. I guess I don't want to pick Zenith anymore. Osakai's pretty good here. So that means he wants to pick one of these 3. Ugh. We'll go Tental. Worst case is he picks a Minotaur, and then I just smack him with it as Vortex turn 2. He'll have a hasty lunge anyways. Interesting. Now I can just ban the Minotaur and then swap Osakai out turn 1. Problem is I don't have any winds or electrics to deal with Platamus. The lack of type coverage, it hurts. It hurts. Top tier Thames having only 1 or 2 weaknesses. Yeah, there goes the Zenith. I figured it was going to get banned anyways, that's why I banned the Minotaur. Pick the Koish now. Give it a try. See if neutral Koish is worth running at all. I don't think this is a great matchup for it in the slightest, but we can try it. Our other neutral was banned anyways. We'll go with Cernif, just because it has double kick and it can at least hit stuff neutral. Perennial doesn't have that. I don't have H-Slap on this one, because I don't have physical crystals. Osakai is really good into these 3. Like, it's not perfect into Volphy, but it's still pretty good. Problem is getting to a point where I can bring the game down to just those 2. Like, really, I have to kill Platamus. Mashuk swaps, that's good. Good start. And Cerny feeds the Aqua Bullet. Alright, that was about as good of a turn 1 as I can ask for. So now I'm going to Water Cutting and swap in Koish and hope that Mashuk doesn't come back in. Cerny full outspeed, Toxin Shower, if that's what the Platamus goes for, which is nice.
Maybe we'll see Chimerian come in. That would also be not good. Because of the item bug, I don't know if this Garunder has energy drink or not. Synergy Adept should kill the Plotamus. Nope, okay. It's heavily defense invested. That hurts really bad. My Beta Burst did more than the Synergy Adept Water Cutting Lily, by the way. Because... Why? I don't know. There's no way this Garunder isn't energy drink. Almost every single Garunder is energy drink. I mean, that was solid damage at least. But it mega did. I couldn't even swap Tental because Garunder was a slower one and it was using an electric move. Yeah. How to gore a Koish if it doesn't have a horn? No idea. I think they just gave up on thematics with the Koishes and just like, alright, well, you could use this move, so we'll give it that. I still wonder how a Koish can use Helicopter Kick, but it can. Render swap works for me. I knew that was going to be on the Osakai, but I would have appreciated it more on the Kapire. That was actually really nice damage on the Mashuk. Last rush, still pretty good, even after the random nerf they gave it. I feel like it would have made more sense if they gave Last Rush to a new Tem. That they're like, alright, this is too strong, let's take it away. Rather than what they did do. Looks like I can take the Plague because of the resistance. And then I can kill Volfi with Kapire. Should have made Last Rush a mental exclusive. Yeah, I think they'd have to add like adds 200% speed and 200% damage there as well. Oh my goodness, 1 health. That was way too close. I probably should have. I should have split Osakai's attack or HP into defenses. Helicopter kick. Dang, it actually would have been completely safe to swap in Tental. I just wasn't sure. Last rush on Anatan or Zyzer, because they go last on a turn. Funny. Alright, well this Garunder saved Paizo, so it's just gonna wreck me. On the off chance my Kapire outspeeds and kills it with Flaming. I mean, the Flaming should kill it because of Last Rush still. I don't think I'm getting it off unless it's a 0 speed Garunder. But most people run a little bit of speed nowadays, especially with Double Earth. Oh, I do go first. Yeah, alright, maybe we're still in this. And by that I mean we won. Yeah, I feel like most people are running some amount of speed on their Garunders. I think that's just good thing to do. Because there's no way that Chimerian... I mean, a multiple Pex Chimerian might... might be able to. I don't think there's any reason we should have won this game, but I guess superior spreads. GG's. Emergency Compire nerf in 1.5.1. It's cool to see Compire do something, but something like Raiken would have been able to do the same thing in that situation. Probably better, because every time it got a kill, it would have been able to continue buffing up. Like that is what Compire's job is, or what it seems to do best. It's either a revenge killer or a late game cleaner. Kind of both, and so it does that job really well. So the last rush nerfs, it seems really weird because it's like that goes against what it wants to do. Wow, like with Raiken's forehead markings, it almost looks like what you'd imagine Luma or Umbra Arachnite would look like with all the eyes. That's kind of funny. Oh, Raiden wouldn't have killed because it doesn't have last rush, but it would have had Prideful. Would have got Prideful, and then it would have gotten the 50% damage boost, which should have been enough. Yeah, it didn't acknowledge the pretty nasty toxic weakness I have. Okay, he's going straight for Tolkien if he can. That sucks. I guess he's got double fires, so that's why. I still have an extra water though, so. I'm picking Osakai just because it's going to be really nice into stuff like the Rolder, the Raiken, the Yeller later on. But I'm swapping it out turn 1. Ah, dang it, Zenith was going to be my swap in. I don't really know why there's a Gazama on this team. I guess you can have a more threatening Molgu that way. But it's one of the only times that threatens Tental left, so I'm banning it just because it's an electric. Okay, so neither of these Tems are going to be good into the backline. So what I'm doing is I'm picking Kapire, so I can swap it in turn 1 for Osakai. That's my plan. Gotta enjoy taking a screenshot and reverse Google image searching Umbras. Yeah, I can definitely... They're going to be a big problem, especially for newer players, but I can get them down pretty easy. I think they're still discussing like just having a Tem's types under their picture in pick ban and stuff, because colorblind stuff is just awful. There's like 0 accessibility options. Molgu needs to die. You don't know why they haven't put a type indicator in pick and ban yet? Yeah, they seem to be really against it. That's one of the things that really confuses me, though.
heard discussing as disgusting and was about to laugh. Or they're just disgusting. Yeah, I don't always put a lot of emphasis on certain syllables and words, so stuff can sound like that for sure. Man, he doesn't even, he's like, doesn't even consider that it could be iridescence. He's just like, alright, that's Synergy Master. And there's the isolated doing me a... I hate isolated. Beach issues all the time, so you empathize. Well, y'all still enjoy me watching me, so that's the works for me. I'm glad you're here. Ah, the Valorant did swap. Dang it! I figured maybe it wouldn't because I want to beat down the Mogu. The Mogu is the big problem, but both of my physical threats are on the board, and that's a special defense anaerobic Valorant, so makes enough sense, I suppose. Good reason for not putting the tape in there besides there's not a good reason. Yeah, no, there's not. Oh, he's so lucky that Koish didn't die. That's really bad for me. He does have rush. Dang it. He swaps the Mogu for a fire resist. Ah, man, this is so rough. This is so rough. And since he swapped in the Riken, it had a rush off hold. Oh, he doesn't have adrenaline shot? He has sweatband. That's actually really nice. It gives me a little bit of space to work with. Running around in circles in Genshin, definitely not min-maxing. Oh my goodness, heater too? I don't mind this too. Okay. Whoo, this sucks. This really sucks. I can't do nothing here. My Pyro X's, my Osakai can't do nothing. A tornado, and then a rock fall, a fiery soul even. I could have hooked the stupid roller. And, okay. This guy is predicting my every single move. I could hook the roller, and he's just like, nah. Also, did Tardy Rush proc, or is that just a max speed roller? I must have missed Tardy Rush procking.
Getting sniped by focus. I doubt it, but you never know. If that's what they want to do, I can't stop them. It does have Tardy Rush. There's even speed on this Volar end. So weird. Or no, my Osakai is the one that's slower, so it might not be. +2 Inner Spirit from an Osakai does 0 damage to a Volar end. Well, my only chance of winning now is if Mogu doesn't Cyber Claw and it's not Sentinel and I can Hypno the Volar end or something. I think in general Molgus are splitters, so I'd be surprised if it was Sentinel, but... Okay, it's splitter. Attack the Osakai now? No. Too much to ask for. Pretty sure Osakai would have died to any move the Riken clicked anyways. If that Cyberclaw was on the Osakai, I maybe stood a chance, or if my Osakai was faster, because I would have... The Osakai... The Dust Vortex always OX, and I would have been able to kill the Molgu and get the Avenger proc on my Tental. So then I would have been like +4 speed, +4 special attack, and I could have been able to hit the Riken with a Psy Wave into an unseen blow or something, which hopefully would have killed. Maybe I would have just gone for Beta Burst instead, and then I would hope that I could beat the Volar in a 1v1 with Arachnite. So, yeah, it was just too much to ask for. Once again, too many monotypes. It was actually fun. I didn't even acknowledge the Riken being a fire type in pick ban, because like I see Umbra, I'm like, I don't think fire type. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Like Lumas don't screw me up. I know Lumas by now, but Umbras are gonna be a whole different monster. I'm probably gonna only play one more game today. I was planning on a shorter stream. This every other Monday board game club meets, so I'm gonna have supper and then head over there. So, but I figured I'd get another team out, try out some more stuff from the patch. Don't know what tomorrow's team's gonna be if I do stream. I probably should do a stall team of some kind just to cover new Cowrin, but I mean, like, stall teams don't actually utilize special attack Cowrin. It's just kind of, it's still stall Cowrin, but with Soil Steam. Yuck. We'll ban the Tort this time. Still don't know why the Koish is being banned. So we've got some, like, we've had some fun Tental moments today, so that's always nice. be nice if they get around. Like the other thing with running tental nowadays compared to the old days is they've just flooded so much base stat totals into the pool. So while Tems like Kapire and Owlhe get like plus 10, 15 BP each, stuff like Tental just falls even further behind. Like, it was already bad not being a fully evolved Tem, but the gap only widens. It only widens. Shadowland player on orange feels bad. People love Shadowland because it gives them a free lead on blue. Best possible flexible lead. Still no Nox, disappointing. Wouldn't be bad balancing because it would be too much variety to have more than full Evos playable. I know, it'd be so bad if they gave Orphill just a little bit more speed to fill its playstyle of being a fast toxic nuker. It'd be so horrible. I even want to ban Tolkien. It's like I do want to ban Tolkien, but I still don't know if it's a water custodian of Geist or not, and that kind of screws me. I'm gonna ban Tolkien because Zenareth's available. I don't even know if one Beta Burst kills this size munch or not. I'd assume he has enough bulk in it so that doesn't happen, but heck if I know. There's not really any reason to attack Shawlant here. I'll go Piranha even though I know it's really slow. I'll go Osakai just for like a priority option and Reactive Vial. Only thing Kapire would have done is help me beat down the Amphitheater here, but if I picked it, I don't think he would have. Oh my goodness, he has Drill on the Seismush? That's so disgusting. Curious if he swaps out to Seismush. She doesn't really have anything that wants to eat a Beta Burst. These spikes. Shawlant doesn't really want to attack Arachnite. Or Tental for that matter. Oh no! Why? What is that interaction? Grandma, no! You can't have that in the game. Oh, his own drill procced on himself when he heated up. It would have been close, but I think I was fine anyways. Ah, man. That one was good. That's grounds for just like forfeiting and then fixing it while it's fresh in your memory.
3, 2, 1. Okay, no, he's still gonna play the game. That's fine. That's very fair. I want to keep Tental around just because if I get an Avenger proc on it later. It could be really nice. Osakai's not doing much for me this game. So I'll just kind of sack it here to eat the electric move. Nice. That hurts, but that's fine. Who cares? Nice, that does half. Question now is, does he swap? Well, I guess if he swaps to Gallios, then like, he probably just kills Osakai with the Plague here and then swaps a Shell Land for one of his Mentals. In which case, I would want to swap back into Tental so I get the Avenger proc with Osakai. Is that the smart play? Well, we'll find out. Gotta have fun. Well, we should pay him back a little bit for that lead. I mean, the game is still pretty close, I think. Gallios is a pain. He swaps the Amphitheater for Nagase. Not the play I was thinking, but it's one we're okay with. Oh, he double swaps. Okay, that's just weird. Want to know the funny thing? I have Petrify. If it's just Seadora. Oh, I targeted the right slot. I didn't think I did. Nice! Priority Petrify! Let's go. No. Max speed Nagase, of course. What else could it have possibly been? Play ball. That's rough. I live, but I don't outspeed the Nagase now. If it didn't use clay ball there, like if it used transient, I would have been in a lot better shape. Clip the drill moment. That's great. Yeah, I think I still lose here. That sucks. The Seador is actually screwing me. Because Gallios just has to outspeed my Arachnite and put it to sleep. Oh, I'm literally hoping that he doesn't realize that Jinx Whisper will still put my Arachnite to sleep. I side surge, so that's right, he had priority anyways. Yeah, dang it. Worst thing is I don't even change type, so I still get hurt really bad. Oh, it's his third hold too.
Hypnosis into signature. Like one energy drink would just render this entire strategy useless, but I just don't have space for it. Right side was Protostar, so I don't take too much damage. Problem is this back up to full health. I need Arachnite to live whatever's coming. Which is probably a Synergy Fury and a Transient, so it just ain't happen. You missed a stream. Yeah, it's gonna be the last match. Sorry, Aches, but... Ha! Both of us forgot that Transient isn't Prio. There's reverse Prio. Get screwed by your own DAs, sucker. I guess I probably should have just doubled the Amphitheater. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have Madness buffed. That would have won me the game, I bet. Yeah, no, it'd still be close. If this was a normal Zenith, it would have, but this is not one of the times when I wanted max speed, max special attack. This Zeno is my special, my signature 0 HP, 0 stamina SV Zeno. And now, because his entire team is max speed, he will outspeed and ruin me. It's for Rectifier World shenanigans, but the problem is that everyone's running max speed everything nowadays, or just in the current meta, so it's not actually getting value. If I was to face more bulky offense teams, I would have been able to proc it some more times, and it would have been cool. Guess the Gatame. That was kind of troll. I don't think he kills with Bright Beam, so I think I've got this. I guess he just wasn't sure he'd outspeed. Maybe it wasn't max Shell Ant. See, here if I click knockback, I would only have to get that much in recoil. If it was actually just below 41 stamina and it just had 40, I wouldn't have as much of an issue. Ultrasound funny button? Nah. We'll let Piranha get the final kill today. What? I guess with the... Wait a second. With the Bright Beam chip, it was enough with the crystal spikes.
But I OX to death, and it didn't give the Amphitheater minus special attack. So we actually got it to proc, and it didn't do anything. Thank you, Crema. In the case of Holder is self knocked out, both rivals receive the effects of Wrecked Farewell. It's supposed to be what happens. We very clearly saw Zeno getting self knocked out there. So that's a bug. I don't. Maybe I'll throw it out there, but like it's not a high priority. They got bigger ones. It's the bug with sack and recoil. It's not. It's not recoil though. That was just OX. That was overexertion. Like I actually died. There's no recoil on crystal spikes. It must be something to do with evade. Like if you die to OX when you're hitting an evade, it just doesn't proc. But I don't know, that's really strange. But yes, I'm just gonna clear these Pookies and then we're gonna end the stream. I guess I should. I could clear Pookies all day because it's a radar, and it's already past 5, so I should get going. But I'll post the code for you guys, just in case anyone wants to give it a try. It's always goofy to try for sure. I can't particularly recommend it. Version 8.0. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, so there's the code if anyone would like to try it. Thank you all so much for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed. I don't have much else to say. I will see you all. Oh, no, we did 5. I just forgot to update the win rate. It's 3-2. Thanks, Floor Weavers, for making. Played 5 games. It's like half as much as normal. Yeah. That's all. It was a shorter stream. Thank you all for showing up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.